Hey guys, welcome back to Rodeo Exotics. My name is Max, and this is my reptile room. I just figured I'd give you guys a little update here. Starting off with the turtle tank, the turtle pond, as I like to call it, because it's kind of a little pond here. I want to say this is a 200 gallon, or 150 maybe, 175, something like that, stock tank, for watering your horses, your livestock. We have a little baby Cumberland slider right here. Her name is Basil. As you can see, she's still a baby, but she's been eating good, and she's grown a little bit since I've got her. I've only had her for a couple months now, and she is in here with my big girl, my Chinese striped neck turtle, Chancho. These guys are critically endangered in the wild, and I've had her for about 8 years now. So, I'm gonna check her out. She's a good eater too. I need to figure out something else for this basking platform. She's gotten so big, as you can see, that she weighs it down. And it kind of moves around and floats on her and sinks on her. So, yeah. No bueno on that department. But other than that, the turtles are doing fine. I think I'm just going to stack some cinder blocks. It's nice that this thing moves with the water level when it changes a little bit, but as long as I'm on top of dumping water in here, I get some cinder blocks, I think it'll heat up nicer than the foam, and she'll be able to actually bask better. I have a Cascade canister filter on this thing, and it keeps the water nice and clear. As you can see, I have a sand bottom, and they stay happy. So, moving on to this guy. This is an albino African clawed frog. Just ate a little worm for me. A little piece of a night crawler. Nothing fancy here. It's just a little 10-gallon tank. And this guy's actually pushing 15 years old. Kind of a character. We've had some issues with some edema, some swelling. You can see around the legs. Actually have to take this guy out and soak it in an Epsom salt bath. That helps with the sweating, or the swelling, I should say. Sorry, but it hasn't seemed to affect her health a whole lot. She's still active. She still eats. She's had this condition for so long, so many years, and she's still very, very healthy. Here we got my newest addition. This is Habanero, the tomato frog. I have her in a 20-gallon long, and she's still kind of a froglet, so she's not very big yet. But I'll take her out so you can see her. There, she likes to hide back here, and she just ate for me as well. So as you can see, still a baby, still tiny. And I don't encourage that you take them out and handle them a whole lot. I'm just doing it for the sake of this video. But just sprayed her down. Sprayed down all the enclosures before I started filming. Fed everything. But yeah, I'd like to get some more foliage in here. I've experimented with bioactive tanks. I had a blue tongue skink who unfortunately passed away due to disease. And I had him in a little bioactive enclosure. And the plants didn't thrive very well. I think it was just because it was so hot. But this is a more low temperature and wet tropical frog species, so I'm thinking live plants and deeper substrate. With watering and maybe some like grow lights in there, and they might do pretty well. To offer some more cover and whatnot. Moving down here, I have my 40-gallon front opening. Is this a Zoom Med? It's a Zoom Med enclosure. And the lights look blue, but they're not. They just show up like that on camera. It's a white light. And this is my ball python. His name is Achilles. He's still pretty young too. Not very big. but he's a, I gotta think of the morph here, a super pastel Anki desert ghost. So kind of a pricey little guy, pretty colors. He actually hasn't eaten for me in about a month now. We're gonna try to feed him later today. But he's still very active and he likes to come out and soak. And he is doing well. I actually had a mite problem about a month ago, and I think whenever that started is when he stopped eating for me. But I've gotten that taken care of now. It was only him that had it, and no other reptiles got it, thankfully. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly where they came from. It could have been from some food from the pet store, plants, something like that they came in on. But yeah, that's Achilles. And he's my brother's favorite reptile that I have, and the only snake I have currently. I actually started out, before I got any other reptile species, I started out with Chancho, the Chinese striped neck turtle that you saw. That was my first ever reptile. And then I moved into snakes, and I've had 3 different snake species now: corn snakes, ball pythons, and Decay's brown snakes. But now this is the only snake I have in my possession right now. I went to Reptile Rapture in Winona, Wisconsin yesterday, and was looking at a bunch of different snake species, trying to think what I want next. The goal is to find a reputable place to get a an eastern indigo snake or a Texas indigo snake, one of the two. That's my favorite snake species, and that's the dream. But I wouldn't mind getting another corn snake or a bull snake, gopher snake, something along those lines. I like the colubrids better than the pythons and the boas, but I still love my little guy. So moving on to this enclosure down here. This is a custom built PVC enclosure. Sliding doors here. It's about a 4x2x2. A little smaller actually. I don't believe this is quite 4 feet long. But in here we have a little leopard gecko. His name's Yoshi. We got an infrared, or not infrared, just a ceramic heat emitter. It stays nice and toasty in here. And I just sprayed down the enclosure and watered him, gave him some bugs. So he's nice and fat. We're actually gonna take him out here. I'll show him off, because why not? And he's a little bitey. Out of all of my reptiles, he actually, is one of the worst ones when it comes to biting. But as long as I keep my fingers out of the way of his mouth, he's pretty good. Yeah, you can see he's nice and big, cool colors. Just a really, really light cream colored guy. You can see he's got some brown, orange, kind of I wish it showed up better on this lighting, but you can see how pretty that color is, and sort of like a lavender white fades into it. But yeah, that's Yoshi the gecko, the leopard gecko. We'll put him back. I'm not extremely interested in geckos as a species. Maybe a Leachianus gecko is the only one that I would like seek out, but that wouldn't be for such a long time. The majority of these reptiles that I have are sort of rescues or animals that I've kind of taken in. So that's why I have the leopard gecko. The snake I purchased the tomato frog, the turtles. I took him as a rescue. But the next and final guy that I have at the moment is right here. This is my Nile monitor, Exodus. You can see he's got a big old rat in his mouth. He's kind of working on that guy. Doesn't love to eat around me a whole lot. He's actually fairly good with handling. Right now he's just set up in this like kitty tent. I'm the only one that I've seen do this, and it works for a temporary enclosure. But in the mail, actually, I just ordered a he's pawing at it. I just ordered a grow tent for him. So he's gonna get a nice big grow tent that'll actually suit his size better than this. hold humidity better, hold heat better. I got these 2 heat lamps, likes to bask right there. Got a hide for him in a water tub, but he's doing good. He's my favorite that I have. Monitors are just kind of my passion as far as reptiles go. I love my Nile monitor. He's probably 2 years old and about 3.5, 4 feet long. So I've got a Rotin coming in that's the dimensions are, it'll be about 7 feet long and then 4 feet deep and 4 feet high. So he'll have more climbing space, more floor space, etc. Yeah. And then over here in the corner, we just have a little fish tank with some snails and some danios. But other than that, guys, that is the room for now. Once I get the new enclosure in here and move things around and set up, I'll show off the new enclosure. Maybe I'll show off, kind of how to build it and set it up for the monitors. And I'm definitely looking at some more species here. I'm a little limited as far as space goes, but I can make some things work. The next species I'm looking to get is probably a black throat monitor. Probably start with a baby so I can, work it up and tame it as it grows so it's more trusting and eats better. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Whose tail is that? Whose tail? I got a heated blanket on him right now, and he's just napping over here. Oh, now he's awake. Okay, buddy, okay.